I'm nervous to give it. It's typically advice that one gives should be advice that one has already followed through. But I'm very much on the way. And so I hope it'll strike you well. Seniors, you honor me with the privilege of addressing you one final time before the end of your high school career. I've been with you for 2 years now, and especially in this final year, I've gained a great deal from what I might call our long conversation. One of the great things about our school's way of doing things, and you knew that we were going to talk a little bit about that today, is that it brings us into conversation with some of the great ones who've gone before us. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Augustine, Tocqueville, Twain, Douglas. Those are a few that I know you've come into contact with this year alone. We meet them, we encounter their ideas, we're enriched by their work. When we do this, we stand on the shoulders of these giants. And when we discuss together what we can see from that high vantage point, we're elevated still higher through that discussion until our field of view encompasses this horizon, and then the next, and then the one beyond it. There is a horizon which remains beyond our sight, opaque but gossamer and luminous. This is the one I want to discuss with you today. You'll think I'm morbid, but it puts everything else in perspective. As I wrestled with myself about what advice I thought I could give a class of young people on the cusp of a new stage of life, this one thought returns to me over and over again. Memento mori. Remember your death. The advice I want to give you today is remember your death. Every one of us will shuffle off this mortal coil and go the way of all flesh. I don't mean that you should think endlessly about death per se and become truly morbid, but that you ought to live always in close company with the fact that at some point your life will be folded up and borne away. This habitual perspective makes a profound difference. Before I'm booed off stage or forcibly removed from this assembly, let me justify my advice. I will give you 3 good reasons for remembering your death. Number 1, this perspective will keep you from wasting your time. Number 2, it will keep you free of anxiety. Number 3, it will prepare you for the success that matters. So the first point, to remember your death frees you from wasting time. It's an axiom, it's a received truth that we're more successful when we begin with the end in mind. And the psalmist prays, Lord, make us number our days aright and grant us wisdom of heart. Until we know what our goal is, we have no way of knowing whether we're making any progress toward it. Dale Carnegie likened work that is not anchored to a clear goal to an expeditionary force hacking their way through a forest at great speed. They're really good at blazing a trail, but they had no idea that their destination lay at a completely different point of the compass altogether. Despite their ability to clear the path and make headway, they never find themselves any nearer to their actual goal. Indeed, they are farther from it at every moment. One of them might eventually pull out a compass and realize that all of the effort was meaningless because it was not performed with any notion of the goal, of the destination. Is your goal, your end, is it the sparkly things? What I mean by sparkly things is the goods of wealth and achievement. I have a vivid recollection of an epiphany that I had in 4th grade. It occurred to me that I was in school because I had to be there to get to high school. I had to be prepared for high school so I could get into a good college. I had to get into a good college so that I could land a high-paying job, which I, of course, needed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I was marriage material. Then would come the house, the cars, the better job, the more stuff, the promotion, the boat, the jet, the still better job, international acclaim, honorary degrees, and then my demise. When all my work and sparkly stuff would be completely and utterly useless to me. It was as though my fourth grade self was hearing in the conclusion of one of Jesus' parables. The rich man said to himself, "Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life is being demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be?" The sparkly stuff. See the value of things and refuse to buy into things that are not worth your time. Beginning with the end in mind, namely our death, keeps us from hacking through gold and silver jungles, jumping over bureaucratic hurdles that lead to nothing and nowhere. You will remember that your time is limited, that it is your most precious commodity, and you will be selective in how you use it.